You've got 2.3 billion base pairs in your DNA, but only 2% are active. That's a huge amount of inactive DNA. What's controlling the rest? You have around 20,000 genes, but they're not all active at the same time. For instance, the TP53 gene, which helps prevent cancer, is usually dormant until it's needed. But what triggers its activation? It's a complex process. Meet histone modification, the key to gene control. This process involves chemical changes to histone proteins, which DNA wraps around. It's like a switch that turns genes on or off. Surprisingly, histone modification can even affect how tall you are. A study found that certain histone modifications in the DNA of tall people were different from those in shorter people. You won't believe what happens next. Histone modification is crucial for your development, and errors in this process have been linked to diseases like cancer. It's a delicate balance, and you'll be amazed at how it all works together. As you delve deeper, you'll discover that histone modification is just the tip of the iceberg in understanding how your genes are controlled. Imagine a spool of thread, that's your DNA, wrapped around histones, the spool itself. They help organize your DNA, keeping it from getting tangled. But how do they control gene expression? You'll see, it's a complex process. For instance, the Human Genome Project found that histones play a crucial role in regulating gene expression, with over 60 million histone modifications identified in the human genome. It's like a switch, on or off. Histones help flip that switch, determining which genes are active and which are silent. This process is essential for development and growth, as it allows cells to specialize and perform specific functions. Surprisingly, histones are also involved in the regulation of circadian rhythms, with research showing that histone modifications can influence the expression of clock genes. You might be wondering how this works. Essentially, histones can be modified to either relax or compact chromatin, the complex of DNA and histones, making it more or less accessible to transcription factors. This delicate balance is crucial for maintaining cellular homeostasis. As you delve deeper, you'll discover the intricate mechanisms by which histones control gene expression, and it's fascinating to see how this process unfolds. Meet the histone code, a set of signals that tell your genes what to do. It's a complex system, but think of it like traffic lights. Histone acetylation is like a green light, saying, turn on, while histone methylation is like a red light, saying, turn off. You have enzymes that add these signals, acting like writers, writing the histone code. For instance, the enzyme P300 is a key writer, responsible for adding acetylation signals to over 1,500 genes in the human body. It's a crucial process, as seen in the case of the BRCA1 gene, where acetylation helps to activate its tumor-suppressing function. You might be surprised to know that the histone code is not just limited to genes, but also influences the structure of chromosomes themselves. In fact, research has shown that histone modifications can affect the formation of chromosome loops, which can bring distant genes together to be co-regulated. This complex interplay of signals and writers is what makes the histone code so fascinating. As you delve deeper, you'll discover more about the intricate mechanisms that control your genes, and how they impact your overall health and well-being. Here's the wild part. Histone modification is dynamic. It changes all the time. It's like a dance. Histones are moving, enzymes are adding signals, and it's a complex process. But it's essential. Without it, you'd be a mess. Your genes would be on or off at the wrong time. You wouldn't survive. For instance, a study on fruit flies showed that histone modification plays a crucial role in their development, with over 90% of their genes being regulated by this process. It's fascinating to think that something so intricate is happening inside you right now. Did you know that histone modification is also linked to memory formation? It's true, and researchers have found that the enzyme histone deacetylase 2, or HDAC2, can actually suppress memory by removing signals from histones. This has significant implications for our understanding of neurological disorders. You might be surprised to learn that the human genome contains over 200 million histone modifications, and scientists are still uncovering the intricacies of this complex system. As you watch this, your body is constantly adjusting and fine-tuning its histone modification process. It's a remarkable thing. You're reading this right now, and it's a remarkable process. But your genes are still working, even as you focus on these words. They're being controlled by an intricate system, with histone modification playing a crucial role. It's happening in your brain, where neurons are firing to interpret this text. It's happening in your liver, where enzymes are being produced to metabolize the food you ate for breakfast. And it's happening in your muscles, where fibers are contracting to allow you to sit comfortably. You're a complex machine, with many parts working together in harmony. Histone modification is one of them, a subtle yet powerful mechanism that influences gene expression. For example, research has shown that histone modification can affect the production of insulin, with a study on mice revealing that a specific histone modification can increase insulin production by up to 30%. Surprisingly, histone modification can even be influenced by external factors, such as diet and exercise, with one study finding that a diet high in fruits and vegetables can lead to changes in histone modification that reduce the risk of certain diseases. You're not just a passive observer, you're an active participant in this process. Most people think genes are fixed, but that's not entirely true. Epigenetics comes into play, acting like a dimmer switch that adjusts the brightness of your genes. You can't change your DNA, but you can change how it's expressed. This is done through histone modification, a powerful tool that can significantly impact your health. For instance, studies have shown that identical twins, who share the same DNA, can have different epigenetic markers, leading to distinct health outcomes. Take the case of the Danish twin study, where researchers found that twins who were separated at birth had different epigenetic patterns, with one twin having a 30% higher risk of developing diabetes due to epigenetic changes. Surprisingly, epigenetic changes can even be passed down to future generations, a phenomenon known as transgenerational epigenetic inheritance. You might be wondering how this works. It's quite simple. Environmental factors, such as diet and stress, can trigger epigenetic changes that affect how your genes are expressed. This is a game changer, as it means you have some control over your genetic destiny. By making informed lifestyle choices, you can influence your epigenetics and potentially reduce your risk of certain diseases. In 2004, a study changed everything, revealing a groundbreaking connection between histone modification and cancer. It's like a warning sign: if histone modification goes wrong, cancer can occur. But it's not just cancer, other diseases are linked too, like Alzheimer's and diabetes. You won't believe what's next. For instance, researchers found that in the case of colon cancer, a specific histone modification called H3K27Me3 is often silenced, leading to tumor growth. In fact, a study published in the journal Nature found that this modification is altered in over 70% of colon cancer cases. But here's the surprising part: did you know that some species of plants and animals can actually manipulate histone modifications to regenerate lost body parts? It's true, and scientists are now exploring how this knowledge can be applied to human regenerative medicine. As you delve deeper into this topic, you'll discover that the connection between histone modification and disease is complex and multifaceted. The implications are vast, and researchers are working tirelessly to unravel the mysteries of histone modification, with the ultimate goal of developing new treatments for these devastating diseases. You're about to uncover a whole new world of possibilities. You now know the secret to gene control. Histone modification is the key. But here's the question: can you control your histone modification? Think about it. The answer might surprise you. For instance, a study on twins found that despite sharing the same DNA, their histone modification patterns differed significantly, with one twin having a 30% higher rate of a specific modification. This is crucial, as it can affect how genes are expressed. Can you change your gene expression? It's a complex process, but research suggests that lifestyle choices, such as diet and exercise, can influence histone modification. Interestingly, a surprising fact is that the gut microbiome plays a significant role in shaping histone modification patterns, with certain bacteria producing compounds that can alter histone marks. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear: histone modification is the future of medicine. Companies like Epizyme are already working on developing therapies that target specific histone modifications, with promising results in cancer treatment. As you delve deeper into this topic, you'll realize the vast potential of histone modification in revolutionizing healthcare, and it's exciting to think about the possibilities that lie ahead.